Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Mark. It's been a while since I've done a video. I thought I would do one today on a recent build that's been completed. I had Bohnhof Machine, Brad over at Bohnhof Machine, fantastic work, fantastic guy, take a HK91 and build a HK G3K. So this will be the review that we're going to go over today, is this G3K that is built off of an HK91. And this was an early Seiko, 1976 I believe was the import, that we did the conversion on. Fantastic rifle. I've only had it a couple of days now in my hands. Took it to the range. There's a little bit of shooting video that is at the beginning of this, this video that you've seen. I'll go over some of the details of what I shot and some of my results. So if you guys give me a second, I'll get set up and we'll do the tabletop review. Thanks. Be right back. All right, guys, now we're set. I'll go ahead and do the review. So this is the G3K, which was built off of an HK91. First, before we get started, let me show that everything's clear. Mag out, no ammo. Everything is good to go. Okay, HK G3, built off of an HK91. Part of the build construction is obviously they have to chop the barrel and the cocking tube, because you take about, I don't know, 6 inches or so off the end of both, and then they have to rebuild the cocking tube and rebuild the end on the barrel. So it's sleeved, it's lathed, ratchets in the front, threads for the flash hider, the same length. This is a HK 33 handrail. To give you an idea of the size, I have a here's a G3 handrail. So to give you the size difference, that's basically, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's how much it's been shortened. See how far back this comes down? So actually, if we take this forward, you can see how much farther up the G3 is. So this is basically the length of the G3, or the 33K that I have as well. The barrel length. 7.62. Some of the things that I did on this build, I did a little differently. This is a 21 stock, or a 21E stock, excuse me, that, because it's not exactly proper for this gun, but I like the looks of it. At some point, I've got an A3 that I could put on it. At some point I may change it out, but this is what I've got on here now. It's extremely comfortable to shoot. One of the reasons it's comfortable to shoot is I've also put the heavy buffer inside the back end of this, which actually helps quite a bit. The grip is a 0120 contoured. There's been some discussion going on that this might be American made. I'm not sure. Just in conversations I've had, it was like a company that was a predecessor to PTR that maybe made these. Because as far as we know, the Germans actually never made a contoured 0120. Fits the gun, looks good. I prefer the contoured grips because they fit my hand better. Of course, we have the Bohnhof Machine eagle on the back. Now I put a full auto carrier in here. It's actually a Rheinmetall. Not sure if you can see that, if that's coming out. But it's dated April 1964. The carrier was actually brand new when I got it. I shot this, and you'll see if you take a look at the video that I did, I shot this with the standard 91 locking piece that was in it. I didn't have any jams. Now, this was just in semi. I didn't do it in full auto. But some of the shells would come out and go 10, 15, 20 feet. Some of them would go 4 or 5 feet. So it was very inconsistent. I've since added an RCM number 18 in here. At some point, I might get a German HK18, but I have an issue about paying as much for the damn locking piece of what the gun is, but that's just my personal choice. I've got the 18 in here from RCM. I'm going to run this and see how much better it is, what kind of ejection I get. This also has in the back sight, the G3Ks had a dimple on the V section. I don't know if that's coming through. I hope it does, so you can see that. That designates that it's a G3K or an SL6 or an SL7, I believe, are the German guns that use that. It's got the standard, the 91 barrel that's in it, which we kind of talked about earlier. So it has not been rebarreled, it's just been chopped on the end. You have the ratchets and the threading. See here, and the grenade ring has been added onto it. So other than getting, if you want a full German gun, other than trying to find a G3K barrel somewhere for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 probably, or an RCM copy, this is probably the best work you're going to find on it. The gun has also been remarked. It's also been remarked G3K with the 7.62 designation on it. Now, one of the other things I wanted to go over is, and I'm not sure if all you guys are familiar with this or not, but the German blue practice ammo, the German Army Bundeswehr. In the video, I've got one of the videos is tagged on the bottom that says I'm shooting this. It's the one that has more of a muzzle flash than the other video. Here's your standard 7.62, and this is actually surplus, military surplus 7.62. It's not 308. And here's your blue bullets. Okay, these are practice bullets. If you're not familiar with these, feet per second on 7.62 is like 23 or 2,400 feet per second. This is about 4,200 feet per second, because what happens is the bullet breaks away. There is actually a solid plastic bullet. You're probably good for 75, maybe 100 yards. I think that's probably pushing it. But for 25, 50 yards, these are accurate. They're fun to shoot. Now, if you want to shoot the blue bullets, you have to change out your carrier. This is a German practice carrier that's made for the blue bullets. There's no locking piece. This is all connected. There's let me rephrase that. There's no rollers. So this is purely blowback. Okay, there is a locking piece in here, but it's all part of the bolt head. It doesn't come apart. The other thing about these is you cannot shoot 7.62 with this carrier, because the blue ammo has a slightly smaller base. So if you tried to have this in the gun and tried to put a 7.62 in, it won't fit. It won't chamber because of the way they've designed it. Now, obviously, the blue ammo will fit in here, and you'll be able to fire one round off, but there's not enough power to activate and release the roller, so you're basically going to have a bolt action gun if you try to use it without that new carrier. Just one thing I want to mention, because it is fun to shoot the blue ammo. Now, the other thing I wanted to go over is just a little assortment of magazines. I don't know why, I'm just trying to fill some space here on this video. I actually prefer the steel ones. I've had no problems with the aluminum. They run just fine. I'm just kind of a purist and originalist, and I kind of like the steel. Obviously, I don't have to carry 20 of these through the bush full for 24 hours a day, which is why I'd probably assume this, because there is quite a weight difference between the two. but the different manufacturers. This particular one is an HK January 62 dated. This steel one here, and this is interesting because most of the steel ones have parkerized finish. This has got a smooth, almost like an anodized finish, and this is steel. This is another HK. This is July of 62. This one's a Rheinmetall, January 63. You can see the little logo there, the little circle with the square inside it. That's Rheinmetall. It's the same emblem, same logo that's on the bull carrier. And then last, I've got this HK. I think this is an HK. It's got a really weird parkerizing finish. It's almost like a black finish that's on this. I don't think it's been refinished. I think this is just the way the original finish on the mag. I think that pretty much covers the stuff that I wanted to go over with this. One more thing I thought I'd go over is a detail of the gun, so you guys can see some of the close-ups of it. There's the 21E stock. G3K markings. Now I will change out the cocking handle, put one of the proper rubber ones on there for the G3. I hope this is the kind of cut. Maybe a little easier if I did it right side up this time instead of upside down. And this was a 1975 gun. All right. Oh, here's the close-up of this practice carrier. And the ammo. It's a metal cap on the end. Here's your primer. And it loads. Just like 7.62. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. See ya.